everyone, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. This is Melanie, and today we are going to look at new to me from Hobby Lobby, the Paper Studio in Bloom stack. It's 20 designs, 3 of each, so for a total of 60 sheets. Now the regular price on this is $21.99. I paid $5.99. And the cardstock, yeah, to say this is cardstock, it's pretty flimsy. It's not paper, but it's not cardstock either, if you get what I'm saying. So I thought what I would do is walk through my process with you again, because some of you really seem to enjoy that, and we'll see how many kits we can make with this. Now I have a couple other pads that I have purchased that I've already made kits out of, and they will be featured on the channel here coming up. And I found with those that I actually pulled some stuff from my stash, so that's something a little bit different. Usually I just try to stay within the paper pad. I was struggling too much to come up with a bunch of different kits, and I think part of that's because it is 3 sheets of each. So let me tear this down first and we'll go from there. Well, actually, let's just tear it down together. I'm just being silly. As I'm going through a paper pad, I keep a couple things in mind. I look for papers that I consider kit starters. They're usually multicolored, and they usually have some sort of theme, whether it be flowers or something to them, as opposed to like a generic geometric, but I'm not opposed to doing that either, so it's not a hard and fast rule. So I will separate anything out that I think would be a kit starter to the side. Anything that's got like really specialty kind of papers, like this foil, which is, you know, quite extensive, I will put those aside in another pile. And then I just flip through, and anything that would not be a Kickstarter, not a specialty item, I would then classify that by color. This would go in like a green stack. Now something like this is specialty, and it is also pink, but because it's so much, I'm still going to consider that specialty, but you could do either or. So we got black started, and I just kind of spread out all over my desk or my work surface, you know, so I've got everything readily available. Also, if there's anything in here that I absolutely do not like, I would purge it at this point in time. Now this piece of paper here, the crafting world has gone gaga over. I actually have a few sheets of this already in my stash. I guess I have a few more. And I think the ones I bought individually were thinner than that one. At least it's what my memory is telling me. And I am pretty sure I'm going to need to pull from my stash to make some kits. Okay, so I've got black, I've got a little bit of pink, and I got a little bit of this turquoise, and I got a little bit of this aqua green pile. Okay, so let's start with the kits. So I normally like to start with the pattern paper and then pick something that reads as a solid. Now, if I pick this one with the aqua background and this green here, I think this is too much, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pair up one of these with one of these. So I'm not necessarily going to make the full kit right off the bat. Normally I put 3 to 4 papers in a kit. That's because I suspect, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to have to pull from my stash, and so what I'm going to do is just pair up what I can easily pair up and then go from there. Now I had pulled all of these for to make kits from, but to be honest, these would make really great embellishments, so I might just put these aside for now. This is another one that would work really well with this pink, so let's pull that one in, like so. Just going for the obvious. And we're going to take one of these black ones and pair it with this pink. Okay, so let's look at something like this. There's a few things you could do with this. I probably wouldn't use it the way it is designed. I probably would trim and trim. I would use this piece here as possibly a band across a page, and I'd probably use these to flank a 2-page layout or to go down the middle of a 2-page layout. So because of that, I am actually going to pair 2 of them together. And as I mentioned earlier, these would make really great embellishments, and they are similar flowers, so I'm going to throw one of those in there as well. Okay, so for this piece here, I do like the idea of this white and leafy piece of paper. Now both of these are really busy, like really busy. And so I think I need something that reads as more solid, and possibly something in the turquoise or deep aqua range I think would look nice, or something in this really dark green, just to provide a little bit of contrast and to break things up. So that is definitely going to go in my pile, and in my back of my mind that's what I'm going to keep when I go and pull stuff from my stash. Okay, so now I'm thinking this one here would probably pair okay with this checkered. Again, if you're thinking about it as something along this line, I think that would look really cool. We just need another color to go with this. And I'm also thinking that we could pair this up with one of these. Now these also you could use for embellishments. They would be easy enough to trim out, but again, a similar idea. Does this work? Actually, it's okay. It's not my favorite. Again, I think it needs something dark. I don't really have much else that I think would work. This is too light, and I don't really care for this pattern with this. I don't think this is going to work with anything in this collection. And I don't want to use the checkered with this one. I think it would just be too much. But you see what I'm talking about here. If we split this up with something really dark, like just a band of this, how that then changes the way these two pieces work together. But I don't want to use this piece. I'm going to look for something in my stash. Actually thinking of pairing these two again with this one more, again the idea of using this as a border and then using the strip in between. So we're going to put 2 pieces of this together again if I want to do a double side layout, and then this is going to be embellishments for that. I'm thinking I might be able to get away with one of these. Again, not so much that I'm using this part, but I could use the interior piece as coordinating cardstock. I think that's what we're going to do there. Yeah, and I don't think I'm liking anything else. What about this one and this one? Yeah, not so much. Not so much. But this one and this one I don't mind together. I don't mind that one at all. And I think we're going to pair this with that. Okay, so that's as far as I've gotten with what I've got in this paper pad. I think this is going to be very hard to match up with anything that's probably just going to end up in my stash. Well, I love this paper. I'm struggling to match this up as well. There's quite a few pieces here that I'm struggling with. So I can see me putting those in my stash. Same with that checkered, same with these leaves. Yeah, I think all of these are going to end up in my stash. And I might just pair this with this again for the pink, and that with that. These are going to end up in my stash. Okay, before I pull the specialty stuff in, let me go pull my aqua and green cardstock. Okay, so let's start with green, and this is literally all I do. I just kind of have everything spread out, and I'm just looking for greens that would work. This one definitely would work. Not so much. That one would work. And I'm looking for that mint green, olive green, dark hunter green, I guess those are the colors. Some of these are really obvious when you're going through what will and will not work. This might, so I'm going to put one of those sheets there. I have a whole pack of this. You can see they're all different shades of green, but there are lots of different greens in here. Like for instance, if you look at the shades here and here, you can see that there are different, and depending on what they're next to, they look quite a bit different. So it doesn't hurt to pull. I can always put them back, but it's just easier, I find, to pull a bunch in one shot than to sit there and try and, you know, match things up as I'm going through it. Okay, I think that's it for green, which is probably more than enough. So now that I've got my stack of green, let's see what we can pair up. So I think this was one I said that if I could find a dark green to help break that up, it might work. So how about something like that? I think I like that. Call that one done. Okay, so this is the one where I have the 2 sheets and then the embellishments, and I like this green, and I'm thinking maybe we can make that work. Yeah, this one needs another color though, so I'm going to put that one aside. What about this one? We've got the pink and this, and what about, that's not bad, the 3 of these. Let's see if there's anything we can do better. I think this one would work better with more of an aqua color than this green, so I think I'm going to hold out on that one for an aqua. Let's see what else do we got going on here. What I like about this dot is it has the aqua in it. I don't know if you can see it. The dot is that aqua color, and then it's on the green. So that's kind of fun. Do I like something like that? I think that works. Again, we're thinking more along the lines of just the pink with this. Okay, do we like the dark with this one? Actually, this is two-sided. We could do something like that. I think I like that. Yeah. Go with that. What about, this is the one I just put aside, what about this one and this one? I think I really like that. What about this one? Actually, that one looks okay. See, sometimes you just don't see it right off the bat, and you need to rearrange things. Now, I don't know that any of these are going to work. Okay, so let me just talk about this one. I actually don't mind the color combination, but I don't like these 2 papers together. So if you look at them, they're not the same pattern. Like this is kind of like a splotchy dot, but and this is and this one is leaves, but they're almost the exact same size. And so I just don't like that combination together. Now I'm wondering if I swapped this and added this, would I like that? So I like that together, but do I like it with the green? I don't know. I'm not feeling that. What about with this green? No. You guys, this is all it is just trial and error. Let me go pull the pinks instead of aquas, and we'll start with that. It's exactly the same as what I did with the greens. Okay, so this one here, we've got the green and the dark color, and then this is going to be embellishment. So this is really an extra piece. We don't really need to worry about that. We're basically just looking at these two, and I think if I can find something that's not a strong geometric in one of the lighter shades, that might be kind of nice. Like maybe this dot. That has potential, or this dot. I think I like that. So there we go. Okay, so for this one we need a pink as well. And what about that one? That works for me. This one we wanted a dark pink, and I see this one, and I think that would work really well. Okay, what do we got here? I need another dark pink, which I didn't have a ton of. Interesting. Do I like it? I think I like it better with this one. Even though this is solid, it's harder for me to read this one. But I think I do like that. I think this is too pink. Yep. And what about this one? Well, that one is not bad. The other option is that one. I might just throw this piece in here, because it's almost the same color as this one, and that just gives me a little bit more playing room with this. So I think I like that. We could go light. I do want to go mostly solid. What about something like that? Or what about that one? I think I like that one better. The only this one has a good color match, but it's got a lot of white in it, and this has a lot of white in it, so I think I like that one a little bit better. Okay, these pinks are going to go back, and I've got one more kit, and then we've got the specialty paper to deal with. And for this one, I think I want to look in my aquas and see if I have anything. Okay, so I pulled out a few that would work. Again, I was using this piece for embellishments. This would be a layering piece, and then this is my inspiration. This works really well. This one works really well as well, although it's got a lot of white relative to this one, so it's quite whitish, so I would probably opt not to go with this one. I prefer this one over that one. This one also works. It has circles with days of the week in there, which is kind of fun. Something a little bit different, but I still think I like that one a little better. And then this is just like a hash tag one or whatever, and that also works, but I think I like the darker color, so we're gonna go with that. Okay, let me go grab some printer paper, and we're gonna go back over the specialty papers, and I have this mint, and I have this floral piece still kicking around, so see if we can add them in somewhere. Okay, you guys, as I was going through these, separating them, I remember this one that I had put with the green, and this was embellishments. This definitely works because of the thing here, but to be honest, because I pulled this piece out, I do think I like that a little better. So I'm going to pull this green back out, and we're going to call this one a kit. I got a lot of foil, so I am going to try and put some in these kits, even if I don't use them all that much. Okay, so this first one could really use a very graphic print. We could get away with it because there's really, they're pretty neutral in their design, and I am thinking that I kind of like this one, and with the switch out with that, I think that works really well. So we would have that as our kit, and then embellishments. Okay, so this one already has some foiling on the inspiration sheet. And then we've got the dark blue, and we've got the green. I'm thinking maybe the stripe. Just a hint of that might be okay. This also has some foiling on it already. It's almost like overkill to add more foiling to this. Okay, we've got the dot, we've got the pink, and this. And I'm thinking because we only have a little bit of that pink that we can add this one in the mix. Got 2 sheets of this, 2 sheets of the green, and then the stripe. So how about if we throw this one in the mix? Okay. Strong geometric already. Mint and this. I'm going to throw in this sheet for embellishments, and I don't think I want to throw any foiling in on this one. If anything, I would throw this one in. Very soft. And we've got, okay, we could either go with the mint, which I don't know that I like that. What about this one? We haven't used this one yet. It's bold. Which maybe this is what that one needs. I don't know. Again, you're just going to be using this in such small quantities. I really hope paper companies start lessening the foil a little bit, because it's got too much of it. That's an understatement of the year. I have too much foiling. I could go with that one. Yeah, I think so. I don't really want to go with the pink because it's not an exact match. I like the gold because it actually makes this seem bolder, and it provides a little bit more of a contrast. So we're going to go with that. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Don't want to go with the stripe because I've already got that. I don't know if I want to do. I don't think I really want to introduce this color. There's already so much of it in here. We'll go with that. So I think this one is calling for the stripe. And I don't think I want to put anything with this one. I'll leave that one without any foil. Nope, no foil. I think I'm getting foiled out. What about the pink? Like that. So that is everything. These are the pieces that didn't make their way into the kit, plus those other patterns. They will end up in my stash, And I have a full complement of page kits ready to go. I hope that seeing how I walk through putting these together is helpful to you. Sometimes it's really hard to explain what's going through my mind. It's just a matter of what I like and what I don't like. And really at the end of the day, you guys, that's all that matters. If you think they look great, then go for it. Because, you know, there are no rules. I mean, people will try and tell you there's design rules, but in the world of scrapbooking, there are no rules. As long as you enjoy it, that's all that matters. Okay, that's my rant for today. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. If you are not already a subscriber, I'd like to encourage you to consider subscribing and leave a comment below what you thought of this paper pad. And until next time, happy crafting.